Street lights flicker like a heartbeat slow. Another story written in the undertow. Echoes on the corner, children chasing fate. Time's a heavy burden, we can't escape. I see reflections in the pavement, broken skies in every crack. Kids with dreams too heavy carry burdens on their back. Sirens hum a lullaby, shadows learn to pray. Hope is painted on the walls, but it fades away. A father's ghost lingers in the liquor store glass. Mama whispers scripture, trying to make it last. Bullet holes speak louder than the pastor's tone. Every sinner in the city feels they're not alone.
Concrete mirrors show me who I am, trapped between survival and a master plan. Echoes of the system ringing in my chest, searching for tomorrow, but I never rest.
School books torn, futures written in chalk. Dreams erased fast as the teachers talk. Politicians promise, but they never show. Planting seeds of hunger where no flowers grow. Hustlers in the night trade pain for a meal. Prayers for forgiveness painted on steel. Heaven feels distant, hell feels near. Still we fight for love in the atmosphere. Look in the mirror. Do you see my face? We're all reflections in a broken place. Every crack is a story, every scar's a map, leading to a future we can't unwrap.
Concrete mirrors show me who I am, trapped between survival and a master plan. Echoes of a system ringing in my chest, searching for tomorrow, but I never rest.
Let the children sing where the gunshots cease. Turn the noise of war into songs of peace. Concrete may crack, but the soul won't fall. Mirrors in the city still reflect us all.
Yeah. Gold don't shine when it's forged in pain. Every jewel is a story that bleeds like rain. Power feels hollow when the throne is cold. Legends live forever, but the truth gets sold. Royal bloodline traced in chains and in bruises. History repeats, same winners, same losers. Wearing crowns made of sorrow, thrones built on sand. The kings without kingdoms with holes in their hands. The court is a courtroom, justice on trial. Smiles hide daggers, laws written vile. Every robe stained by the cries of the weak. Still they crown themselves holy though their words reek. I wear a crown of shadows heavy on my head, living like I'm breathing in a world half dead. If silence is survival, then the truth is war. Still I'll scream for justice, can't be ignored. I wear a crown of shadows heavy on my head, living like I'm breathing in a world half dead. If silence is survival, then the truth is war. Still I'll scream for justice, can't be ignored. Statues fall, but the chains remain. Echoes of an empire built on pain. Every promise carved on the people's skin. A cycle of power we're still trapped in. The throne's just a coffin, dressed in gold. Every ruler's story already told. But the people rise when the night is long, turning chains into verses, rebellion into song. Crowns break easy when the fire grows. Truth is the seed that the silence sows. Every shadow cast by the weight of lies turns into thunder in the people's cry. Shadows heavy on my head, living like I'm breathing in a world half dead. If silence is survival, then the truth is war. Still I'll scream for justice, can't be ignored. I wear a crown of shadows heavy on my head, living like I'm breathing in a world half dead. If silence is survival, then the truth is war. Still I'll scream for justice, can't be ignored. Crowns break easy when the fire grows. Truth is the seed that the silence sows. Every shadow cast by the weight of lies turns into thunder in the people's cries.
Streetlight sermons whispered in the dark. Every broken soul leaves an endless mark. The alley's a chapel, the choir's the wind. Every whispered prayer tries to cleanse the sin.
Grandma's voice echoes through the tenement walls, teaching scripture while the city calls. Boys on the corner baptized with smoke. Dreams get strangled in the hands that choke. Shadows kneel where the bullets fly, asking heaven, why do children die? But the answers hide in the preacher's frown, while another young body gets lowered down. Prayers in the alley, rising through the night, fighting for salvation under neon light. Every whispered blessing, every spoken sin, hope's a fragile candle flickering within. Mothers cry at the siren's hymn, their lullabies drowned by the city's din. Dreams so quick for a pocket of change. Faith feels distant, almost strange, but still they gather, still they kneel, even when the holy feels unreal. Because hope's not gone, it just hides away, waiting for the night to turn into day. Every prayer's a seed in the cracks of stone. Every whispered word says you're not alone. Even when the alley feels cold and bare, there's fire in the faith of those who dare. Prayers in the alley, rising through the night, fighting for salvation under neon light. Every whispered blessing, every spoken sin, hope's a fragile candle flickering within. Alleys turn holy when the people sing. Faith is a crown that the poor still bring. Through the smoke and the silence, the spirit survives. Prayers in the alley keep the city alive. Prayers in the alley keep the city alive. Prayers in the alley keep the city alive. Stars and stripes wave above the land, but the soil bleeds red from a stolen hand. Freedom's a whisper, buried in dust. Liberty's a promise they taught us not to trust. Stars and stripes stitched on a ragged seam. Freedom sold cheap in the land of dreams. Bodies buried under policies they preach. Justice feels distant, always out of reach. The anthem plays while the mothers weep. Promises broken that were never deep. Every verse feels hollow, every vow's a chain. The land of the free's built on someone else's pain. Ashes of the free scattered in the wind. We inherit silence from the guilt of sin. Every broken promise, every bloody hand builds another prison in the stolen land. Soldiers march, but the battle's within. Fighting the war we were born to begin. Flags don't wave for the hungry child. Dreams collapse where the streets run wild. We choke on the smoke of forgotten names, burned alive in the system's flames. Freedom's a word they tattoo on lies, but you see the truth when you close your eyes. History's a mirror cracked in two. What was taken and still bleeds through. Every tear's a protest, every cry's a spark that burns through the silence, lights up the dark. Ashes of the free scattered in the wind. We inherit silence from the guilt of sin. Every broken promise, every bloody hand builds another prison in the stolen land. From ashes we rise, from silence we scream. Freedom ain't fantasy, it's more than a dream. The land may be broken, but we will be whole. Ashes of the free still ignite
phone keeps ringing, silence on the line. Another mother praying, Lord, give me a sign. Screens keep flashing, but the truth won't show. Blood on the dial tone, nowhere left to go. Mama tried to call, but the line cut deep. Another name added to the list of grief. Screens light up, but the truth feels cold. Numbers on repeat, another story told. Messages sent, but they never return. Memories fade as the candles burn. Every call unanswered feels like a stone. Another family mourning on their own.
Blood on the dial tone, voices disappear, crying through the static, nobody can hear. Every call unanswered echoes in the night. Another broken promise, another stolen life.
Operator's voice sounds hollow and gray. Your call can't connect, please try another way. But you can't dial back what the system erased. Another generation with their dreams displaced. Polaroids fading on the fridge door. Memories trapped, but they ache for more. Voices lost in the wires we trust. Lines cut short, turn to ashes and dust. If the line connects, will you hear me cry? Or will silence swallow the reasons why? Every call is a lifeline, but it breaks in half. Every dial tone echoes the system's laugh.
Blood on the dial tone, voices disappear, crying through the static, nobody can hear. Every call unanswered echoes in the night. Another broken promise, another stolen life. Phones keep ringing, silence stays strong, but the people will rise. They've waited too long. Blood on the dial tone, carved in stone. Still we keep calling, we're not alone. We're not alone.
Bright light shining, but the soul feels cold. Freedom's an illusion when the chains are gold. Smiles in the spotlight, silence in the dark. Every diamond glitter hides a broken heart.
Riches on the neck, but the soul feels broke. Luxury chains tighten, turning hope to smoke. Glitter in the spotlight, silence in the dark. Dreams so cheap at the devil's mark. Every dollar earned feels heavy with sin. The price of admission's too steep to win. Luxury's poison, dripping slow. Chains may sparkle, but they still don't let go. Chains made of gold, still they weigh the same. Freedom ain't freedom if it comes with shame. Every gilded promise, every diamond lie hides a heavy burden you can't deny. Chains made of gold, still they weigh the same. Freedom ain't freedom if it comes with shame. Every gilded promise, every diamond lie hides a heavy burden you can't deny. Cameras flash, but the pain remains. You can't buy peace with designer chains. Castles crumble though the floors are glass. Even kings fall fast when the greed won't pass. Smiles on stage, but the truth is bare. Riches can't heal what the heart can't share. Chains that glitter keep the spirit bound. What's the worth of gold when your soul ain't found? Break these chains though they shine so bright. Gold don't matter when you lose your light. Every promise bought is a freedom sold. No crown is worth chains made of gold. Chains made of gold, still they weigh the same. Freedom ain't freedom if it comes with shame. Every gilded promise, every diamond lie hides a heavy burden you can't deny. Chains made of gold, still they weigh the same. Freedom ain't freedom if it comes with shame. Every gilded promise, every diamond lie hides a heavy burden you can't deny. Riches fade and the stories stay. Truth cuts deeper than what they say. Gold may sparkle, but it won't console. Chains may bind, but they can't own the soul.
Empty desks echo louder than a crowd. Voices stolen, but they're screaming loud. Dreams erased before they start to grow.
Children of silence, the world should know.
Empty desks in the classroom, futures erased. Hunger in their eyes, but no food on the plate. Teachers strike, mothers cry, fathers fade away. Silence grows louder every single day. Books torn apart, pages missing lines. Stories of a future that nobody finds. Playgrounds rust, but the guns still shine. Every lullaby ends before its time. Children of silence, born into the noise. Stripped of their futures, robbed of their joys. Yet they write their names in the city's skin. Voices in the shadows refuse to give in. Children of silence, born into the noise. Stripped of their futures, robbed of their joys. Yet they write their names in the city's skin. Voices in the shadows refuse to give in. Politicians smile while the children starve, cutting up futures where the lawyers carve. Every law passed is a broken chain, but the children still dance in the pouring rain. Graffiti screams what the teachers can't. Hope's alive even when the system slants. Silent now, but the storm will rise. Children of silence will reclaim the skies. Every hush is a story, every glance a scream. Silent children carry on, eternal dream. You can silence voices, but the truth won't die. It lives in their tears, it burns in their eyes. Children of silence, born into the noise. Stripped of their futures, robbed of their joys. Yet they write their names in the city's skin. Voices in the shadows refuse to give in. Children of silence, born into the noise. Stripped of their futures, robbed of their joys. Yet they write their names in the city's skin. Voices in the shadows refuse to give in. Silence breaks when the children sing. Their voice is the freedom the future will bring. Children of silence, now hear their cry. Songs of tomorrow that will never die. Children of silence.
No church bells, just a cop car hum. No stained glass, just a setting sun. A preacher with a Bible painted on the wall. The last sermon echoes through it all. A preacher with no pulpit, just graffiti on the wall. Choir made a car horn, sinner standing tall. Words drip heavy like raindrop from the sky. Another soul broken, another reason why. The city's cathedral is the subway train. Every prayer whispered through the glass of pain. Even angels weep when the streets are bare, but the last sermon says salvation's there. This is the last sermon on 9th Street tonight. Truth burns brighter than the city light. Every verse a warning, every rhyme a plea. We're chained to the system, but we long to be free. Children gather where the street lights dim. Mothers hold candles, voices sing a hymn. The scripture is written in the cracks of the stone. A holy revolution that's our own. Even the devil bows when the people pray. Even death runs scared when the children stay. The sermon's eternal though the street decays. It's written in the fire that the people raise. No steeple, no altar, just truth on the tongue. Every line's a battle, every verse is sung. Even when silence swallows the street, the sermon repeats with every heartbeat. This is the last sermon on 9th Street tonight. Truth burns brighter than the city light. Every verse a warning, every rhyme a plea. We're chained to the system, but we long to be free. If the street falls silent, the echoes remain. The sermon of the people carved in pain. 9th Street holy, 9th Street true. The last sermon lives forever in you. 9th Street holy, 9th Street true. The last sermon lives forever in you. This is the last sermon on 9th Street tonight. Truth burns brighter than the city light. Every verse a warning, every rhyme a plea. We're chained to the system, but we long to be free.
clock keeps ticking, but the time feels slow. Dreams too heavy for the hands to hold. Every step forward feels like a stone. The weight of tomorrow won't leave us alone. Sleep don't come easy when the rent's past due. Tomorrow's a burden, but today bleeds too. Every choice heavy like a stone in my chest. Dreams get taxed before they manifest. The landlord's knocking, the lights grow dim. Hope feels distant, faith feels thin. But we keep walking through the smoke and fire, carrying dreams that never expire. The weight of tomorrow dragging me down. Still I push forward on unstable ground. Hope is a weapon, but it cuts both ways. Fighting for a future in a world that decays. Weight of tomorrow dragging me down. Still I push forward on unstable ground. Hope is a weapon, but it cuts both ways. Fighting for a future in a world that decays. Politicians promise, but the bills don't wait. Food stamps gone and the rent's still late. The struggle's a sermon, the streets a choir. Every broken voice sings a song of desire. Children laugh though the cupboards are bare. Love survives even when life's unfair. The weight is heavy but the spirit's strong. Tomorrow may hurt but we still belong. Carry the burden, carry the flame. Tomorrow's weight is more the same. But if we rise together, hand in hand, the weight of tomorrow we can withstand. The weight of tomorrow dragging me down. Still I push forward on unstable ground. Hope is a weapon, but it cuts both ways. Fighting for a future in a world that decays. Weight of tomorrow dragging me down. Still I push forward on unstable ground. Hope is a weapon, but it cuts both ways. Fighting for a future in a world that decays. Tomorrow's heavy, but we won't break. Every step forward's a chance we take. The weight may crush, but it won't define. The future's still ours, the struggle's still mine.
Prisons whisper louder than the schools in town. Voices of the lost still circle around. Chains rattle heavy but the song breaks through. Voices from the system still speak the truth.
Prisons built higher than the schools in town. Knowledge costs money, ignorance passed down. Laws like shackles, justice on leash. Peace ain't peace if it comes through police. Cameras flash, but the story's a lie. Another brother gone, another mother cry. The system speaks, but it won't confess. Every word's corruption, dressed in finesse. Voices from the system, crying in the dark. Tattoo testimonies written on the heart. Every locked story, every silent scream. Still they rise together, still they chase the dream. Classes from the system, crying in the dark. Tattoo testimonies written on the heart. Every locked story, every silent scream. Still they rise together, still they chase the dream. Classrooms closing while the jails expand. Dreams stolen quick with a cold, rough hand. The judge wears a mask, but the truth's revealed. Every gavel's a weapon, every case concealed. But the people rise like a holy choir, singing through the chains, setting hearts on fire. The voices grow louder though the cells are tight. Even in the system, the truth finds light. You can lock the body, but not the soul. The voice of the people you can't control. Even in silence, the echoes stay. Voices from the system will find a way. Voices from the system, crying in the dark. Tattoo testimonies written on the heart. Every locked story, every silent scream. Still they rise together, still they chase the dream. The system built walls, but the walls will fall. Voices rise higher, they outshine it all. From the ashes of silence, the song will grow. Voices from the system, the world must know.
Angels in sneakers, halos bent low.
Prayers in the alleys where the cold winds blow. Even saints stumble when the streets get tough, but the broken halos shine enough. Angels walk with sneakers, halos cracked in two. Saints sell hope on the avenue. God's in the rhythm, devil's in the rhyme. Heaven's on layaway, paid overtime. Bibles in backpacks, bullets in drawers. Salvation sold cheap in corner stores. Every prayer whispered through smoke-filled lungs. Every broken halo, still where hope clung.
Broken halos in the hood, still shining dim. Even in the darkness, they believe in him. Every scar a scripture, every wound a prayer. Proof that the holy is still living there. Proof that the holy is still living there. Proof that the holy is still living there.
Choirs humming the sound of trains. Every song born from a world of pain. Kids draw crosses on the concrete ground, searching for a place where faith is found. But halos don't break, they just bend with time. Still glowing faint through the dirt and grime. Every soul's holy when the struggle's near. Even broken halos shine crystal clear. Even if the sky falls, the spirit won't fade. Every broken saint is divinely made. You don't need perfection to carry the flame. Even in the struggle, God knows your name.
Broken halos in the hood, still shining dim. Even in the darkness, they believe in him. Every scar is scripture, every wound a prayer. Proof that the holy is still living there. Proof that the holy is still living there. Proof that the holy is still living there.
Halos bent, but the faith stands tall. Even in the ashes, heaven hears the call. In the hood, the broken still survive. Halos crack, but the light's alive.
Proof that the holy is still living there. Proof that the holy is still living
Drums don't celebrate, they mourn tonight. Candles flicker soft in the absence of light. Every beat a heartbeat that was torn away. Every echo a name, we refuse to decay. Marches turn to mourning, protesting the pain. History repeats like a deadly refrain. Funeral drums echo louder every year. Another voice silenced, but we still hear. Tears carve rivers down a mother's face. The coffin's too small for a child's space. Songs of the fallen, carved in stone, but their voices live on in the undertone.
Echoes of a funeral drum haunting the streets. Every loss a lesson, every step repeats. Though the sky is heavy, though the tears may run, we rise like thunder, we are not undone.
The streets march steady to the rhythm of grief. Every soul's a sermon, every chant belief. From chains to cages, the system won't learn, but the fire of the people still burns. Even when silence chokes the air, the echoes remind us that we're still there. Every drum beat shakes the ground. The dead still speak through the living sound. The drum is a language, the beat is a plea. Don't forget the ones who died for me. Every strike is a vow that the fight goes on. Every echo eternal like the setting sun.
Echoes of a funeral drum haunting the streets. Every loss a lesson, every step repeats. Though the sky is heavy, though the tears may run, we rise like thunder, we are not undone.
The drum fades low, but the spirit won't Yeah. Neon crosses, gold teeth grin. Holy word sold where the struggle begins. Preachers on screens with pockets wide. Dollar saints preach with greed inside. Idols built from paper, worship on the stage. Hunger in the stomach, violence in the cage. Saints made a dollar bill, sermons sold for greed. Faith turned to profit, bleeding what we need. They promise redemption for a check in hand, but the poor still starve while they buy more land. Every prayer televised, every hymn for sale. Heaven on layaway, holiness for bail. Dollar saints preaching from the TV screen. Holy words twisted into corporate schemes. Every prayer priced, every blessing sold, but the truth shines brighter than the lies we're told. Dollar saints preaching from the TV screen. Holy words twisted into corporate schemes. Every prayer priced, every blessing sold, but the truth shines brighter than the lies we're told. Choirs sing loud, but their pockets deep. Prophets rise while the children weep. They baptize the pain in the golden cup, while the devil collects as the faith corrupts. But real saints walk where the lights don't glow, in the alleys and the pain where the poor still go. No camera, no check, just love to give. That's the gospel that teaches us to live. You can't buy heaven with a diamond ring. You can't sell truth through a choir that sings. The real saints pray with the streets as their pew. Their sermons are actions, their words are true. Dollar saints preaching from the TV screen. Holy words twisted into corporate schemes. Every prayer priced, every blessing sold, but the truth shines brighter than the lies we're told. When the cameras fade and the crowd goes home, the poor still cry, but they're not alone. Dollar saints vanish, their thrones decay, but the gospel of truth will forever stay.
Yeah, murals on the walls, faces in the rain. Every shadow whispers somebody's name. Gone too soon, but they're never erased. Shadows carry names we still embrace. Murals on the wall, names etched in paint. Victims of a system that refuses to faint. Shadows walk with us, guiding every step, reminding us of debts that we still haven't kept. Every candle lit is a voice returned. Every tear cried is a lesson learned. Even when silence swallows the flame, the shadows still whisper the sacred name. Shadows carry names written in the night. Stories never fading, burning into sight. Every soul remembered, every echo stays. They live forever through the songs we raise. Shadows carry names written in the night. Stories never fading, burning into sight. Every soul remembered, every echo stays. They live forever through the songs we raise. Street corners holy with the paint they leave. Every color cries, every line believes. Justice denied, but the memory's strong. Every name a verse in an endless song. Even if the courts erase their face, the shadows defend what time can't replace. The fallen speak louder than the judges gavel. Through the cracks of the city where the weary travel. Say their names and the world will hear. Every shadow singing in the people's ear. The silence breaks when the people claim. Every shadow eternal, every name the same. Shadows carry names written in the night. Stories never fading, burning into sight. Every soul remembered, every echo stays. They live forever through the songs we raise. Shadows carry names written in the night. Stories never fading, burning into sight. Every soul remembered, every echo stays. They live forever through the songs we raise. Graffiti prayers, murals that shine, carve their stories into space and time. Shadows may fall, but the names remain, forever remembered in the people's vein. Izenedere.
No choir robes, just torn up shoes. No organ sounds, just the nightly news. Still the gospel rises from the pain and strife. The gospel of survival, the hymn of life. Hunger in the belly, fire in the veins. Faith is a currency, struggle is the game. Every block of scripture, every alley sings. Hope is a weapon that the struggle brings. Bullets for verses, sirens for choirs. but the gospel of survival never tires. Every scar a sermon, every wound a psalm, every storm endured makes the spirit calm. The gospel of survival, written in scars, carved in the rhythm of broken guitars. Every loss a lesson, every pain a hymn. We keep on living, we refuse to dim. The gospel of survival, written in scars, carved in the rhythm of broken guitars. Every loss a lesson, every pain a hymn. We keep on living, we refuse to dim. Children preach truth with chalk on the street. Every cracked pavement a holy seat. Grandmothers hum while a pot runs dry. Faith still alive though the times go by. Survival's a scripture they can't erase. Written in the struggle, etched in the face. The gospel don't need no golden stage. It's the song of the people through every age. You don't need a temple to prove what's real. Every heart beats holy, every cry can heal. The gospel's a weapon in the hands of the brave, a hymn for the living, a song for the grave. The gospel of survival, written in scars, carved in the rhythm of broken guitars. Every loss a lesson, every pain a hymn. We keep on living, we refuse to dim. The gospel of survival, written in scars, carved in the rhythm of broken guitars. Every loss a lesson, every pain a hymn. We keep on living, we refuse to dim. From alleys to heavens, the gospel will thrive. The hymn of the people keeps hope alive. Every verse eternal, every chorus vital. This is our prayer. The gospel of survival,